What's up YouTube? I'm Derek and this is Euro Superbike Life. Today we're going to be adding to our how-to series. The Aprilia RSV4 Factory here is in need of a little bit of love. So we're going to be starting off by changing the front and rear brake fluid. This should be a quick and easy video, so follow along. Here are the tools that we're going to need to change the brake fluid on the RSV4 Factory. You're going to need some shop towels, some safety goggles, 8mm wrench, your brake fluid of choice, and a container to put the old fluid in. That's it. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably about a 2.5 or a 3. Let's go to it. So the first thing I like to do, guys, is wrap some towels or a towel around your brake fluid reservoir. Brake fluid is very corrosive and we don't want it to eat away any of the paint. We're going to remove the brake fluid reservoir cap. And you can see that it's pretty dark and pretty disgusting. So that's why we're changing that out. We're going to get our brake fluid. And I like to start on the furthest side away from the master cylinder. So that would be over here on the left-hand side. We're going to start by removing our little bleeder cap. Take that all the way off. Give this a quick loosen. We're going to put our cup on here. All right. Now basically all we want to do, and this is going to be difficult or challenging when you don't have two people, particularly over here on the left-hand side of the bike, but basically we want to compress the front brake lever a few times, hold it, and then open the valve here, and all the dirty brake fluid comes out. We want to continue doing that, but we don't want to let the cup get too low. So we'll continue as we take out the dirty brake fluid. We'll put in some more of our .4 until we see clean brake fluid flowing from this caliper. Then we'll switch to the other side and do the exact same thing. So here's the challenging part. I'm going to compress the brake lever with my left hand and then open the valve here with my right. So if you have two people, this is a lot easier. You just tell someone to do it and away they go. But here we go. All right, so I gave it a few pumps, then I open it, and you can see that it almost immediately goes down. And we'll continue to do that. Just open and closing. Really should have my glasses on. And I'm watching the fluid reservoir to make sure that it doesn't get below a certain level because I don't want to introduce air into the line. So I'm going to grab some .4. Fill the cup back up, and I'll start the process again. Give it a few pumps, hold it, open the valve, close the valve, let the brake lever go. Now if you have speed bleeders on your calipers, you don't have to do this. You can just open the valve and continue compressing the brake lever. You don't have to continue to close the speeder or the bleeder valve, supposedly because they're one way. I've had mixed success with them. They tend to work fairly well on my calipers, but not so well on my master cylinder for some strange reason. And we will simply continue this process until all the dirty fluid is through the system. Alright guys, so this left side is finished, and you can see we got some of it I've already dumped out. It's pretty dark and it started to flow pretty clear here, as you can see. So we are going to move to the other side. Grab our rag, pull off the connector here, clean that up. Make sure that we are snug. And again, we want to clean this off because brake fluid is corrosive, so we don't want any hanging out. And then we are going to put our nipple back on. Alright, one side done. Let's move to the other side. Alright guys, so we're over here on the right side. I've already went ahead and removed the nipple. And I've gone through about 2 reservoirs full of brake fluid, so I'm going to fill this. And I'll probably only go through one on the right side here because it's closer to the reservoir. And I'm running out of brake fluid. But the process is the same. I'm going to hold this one with my feet here so it doesn't move all over the place. It's a lot easier on this side because we're closer. We pump, open, close, release. Pump, open, close, release. And I'll move the camera here because you can probably see that the fluid is already flowing pretty clear. Into the cup there. And a little bit more before. You want to keep an eye on that reservoir. I should have my glasses on. Jeez. Keep an eye on that reservoir because we don't want to let that fluid level drop below the intake, because then we'll suck air into the line and then we'll have to bleed the system, and that can be a pain in the rear. So I'm going just above max right now, and I'll bleed just a little bit more out of it and we'll be done. Alright, we're just below max, which is good. We have good brake fluid pressure. So what we'll do now is we'll get our cap. Probably can't see anything there, huh? We'll get our cap. Cover back on. Screw this back down. Pull this off here. Again, we'll clean up any brake fluid. I'll probably grab some brake clean here and squirt this as well, just to make sure. We'll do the other side real quick. So here's our nice clean brake fluid reservoir. No more yucky crap in there. Well, that's it, guys. Our front brake fluid has been changed. It's nice and clean and clear. We're not going to change the rear right now. I took a look at it. It's still pretty clear, and I rarely use the rear brakes anyway, so we'll save that for next time. But we're done for today's episode. Be sure to tune in next time where we change the oil and filter on my RSV4 Factory. I'm Derek. This is Euro Superbike Life. Until next time. Bye, guys.